Welcome everybody doing a Grimdark Future Firefight version 2.5 game today. We're going to be taking the Havoc Brothers Change Disciples, my newest force, versus a Battle Brothers force. The 2.5 update has changed quite a bit about some lists I was running before, but it has really streamlined the hero selection process, so that's been really cool. And utilizing the new Army Forge platform that OnePageRules has provided has been a neat experience. You'll see me referencing that on both sides here, the Battle Brothers being on the bigger screen. Of course, none of that will be legible for a viewer here. We'll go ahead and do a army introduction, and then we'll talk about our objectives. So over on the Change Disciples side, we have a Change Champion. This Change Champion has a quality of 3, defense of 3, and a tough of 3. He is going to be granted psychic powers, and because he is part of the Change Disciples Havoc Brothers Legion, he is going to have the stealth ability. Then we have a Change Brother. This Change Brother has been given the psychic ability as well. There's going to be 2 brothers that have that psychic ability on this Change Brother side, and they will be easily identifiable by their larger gun, this Reaper minigun, and their Dragon type backpack. So he'll also have the stealth, and this Reaper cannon, is going to give him 4 attacks. The other type of brother we're going to be running on the Change Disciples side is just your regular Change Brother without the psychic ability. Will have stealth, and this is a plasma rifle we've decided to give him and his brothers. So there's going to be 4 of those. And then there's going to be a small squad of cultists. There are 3 of these guys. They're pretty bad, but they're really just meant to fill points and try to get in and claim an objective. So 2 of these guys have regular rifles, and we're going to go ahead and save this model here, the one that actually has what appears to be a grenade launcher. We're going to go ahead and give him the shred rifle. They have to roll, even though there's 3 of them, they have to roll together. They count as one model, and we're going to do their wounds a little differently than we do the other models, but we'll get to that when they start getting hit. Then on the Battle Brothers side, we're going to have a model that I call Jimmy Choice Beef. Jimmy Choice Beef is a captain level. He's got 3 quality, 3 defense, 3 tough. He's got a heavy rifle here, an energy hammer, even though that might just be an axe. And we've gone ahead and given the plasma mod on his rifle. We've also made him a psychic. In the past, in version 2, we were able to give this other character I'll introduce next, Johnny Prime Beef. We used to be able to give him psychic, but they've actually taken away the ability to have a combat bike with a captain/psychic character. So this is Johnny Prime Beef. Johnny Prime Beef is a brother biker. He's got twin heavy rifles, a plasma pistol, and an energy hammer. He does have tough 3, but like I said, in version 2.5, we cannot run him as a psychic as we used to in version 2. And then we've got an assault brother. I call him Jetpack Bro, because he has a jetpack. He's got an energy fist and a plasma pistol. This jetpack is going to allow him to scale surfaces a little quicker than some other models. Then we're going to have several of these standard Battle Brothers. I say several, but apparently there's only 2. So, standard Battle Brother, he's got a plasma rifle and Fearless, which generally we don't really need fear. Here's his counterpart, the other Battle Brother. Here's a Battle Brother with a heavy flame thrower. That's going to be 6 attacks. Here's a Battle Brother that we've given medical training, so he's going to provide regeneration to those within 12 around him. But he's easily identifiable by his battle standard, even though we aren't playing the battle standard upgrade that you would normally expect from that. And then our last Battle Brother, this guy's going to be given a fusion rifle. We'll identify him by his little radio in his other hand. So, having introduced the armies, they're pretty similar, though the Change Brothers do bring some very interesting extra things to the fight. So I'll go ahead and swap to the combo cam here while we get a look at our terrain. So we're on a refinery here with some toxic material laced throughout. We're not going to be playing that the mat's toxic material will count as hazardous, but we will be playing that these vats here are going to count as toxic terrain that is going to force a morale test to roll over. You're going to see scattered throughout here some jersey barriers. You'll see one right over here. You'll see some logs, some small trees, some barbed wire that's also going to count as hazardous terrain. And we will be playing based on line of sight rules the best we can. It's the other side of the table is a little challenging to get to with all this camera equipment, so we'll see how that goes. We will count each one of these small ladders built into the side here as being traversable by everyone except for the motorcycle of Johnny Prime Beef. And partial cover just adds 1 to whatever you're shooting at. We're going to cap saves at 6. So if we've got models with a quality of 5 with an AP 2, they just save on 6s. It seems more fair to them, even though maybe they should be wiped out. I should ask in the Discord. So as far as our objectives go, we're playing 3 objectives. We're going to play 4 turns. The objective goes that you have to be. Normally I play within contact of the marker itself, and I'll explain how that's going to work based on our 3 objectives. You'll see these printed in this kind of white gold color. So there's one here on the top of this refinery, the taller of the 2 refineries. You can see the height difference between the 2. One on this tall refinery over here on the Battle Brothers side, and one right here in the middle of the toxic waste. So how taking an objective is going to work, I'll switch back to the free cam so we can get a little better view of this. So as far as taking this objective here, this model will have to be in this crow's nest with the objective. Now it's going to be kind of challenging to contest that. Look, we can just fit 2 people up there. That's going to be really interesting when melee happens, because the melee rule says that you're going to have to move afterwards. So more than likely, one character is going to get thrown off. It's going to be cool. There are ladders built in around the sides of these, which is going to make it so people can climb up. Again, very restrictive for the motorcycle of Johnny Prime Beef over here. Okay. With that, we have to choose the dice colors. We're going to be using blue and red die for the most part here. We're going to be using a purple die to represent tough wounds on our hero models. Oh man, what have I done here? Really, they got a dice in there. Okay, sorry about that. So, I should have mentioned that Jonathan Prime Beef over here can climb the stairs, but they are on the other side of the map from him, so we'll kind of see where that ends up going. So, like I said, we're going to talk about our dice here. We're going to be playing the Change Brothers in the blue, and the Battle Brothers in the red, and we're going to roll off to see who's going to activate first. So that's going to be the Change Brothers activating first. So the back of our activation line is going to be right here at the back of the stairs, and on the side of the Battle Brothers it's going to be right here at the oil drums there. So who to activate first? Well, I don't think we have any special rules about fast or ambush or anything on our Thousand Suns side. Excuse me, Change Brothers. So we'll just go ahead and send our little group of cultists kind of moving up in here. And there they go. Then on the Battle Brothers side, I think we will save our jetpack guy in ambush. The jetpack does grant him ambush, which allows us to bring him in at the beginning of turn 2, rather than even have him involved in turn 1. So we'll get our captain moving. Jimmy Choice Beef there, moving up to the oil. Now, our Reaper Cannon does provide a very good range attack. However, to best utilize our big Change Brothers here, they're psychic. We need to get them in, so maybe it wasn't the best choice to give the long range guys the psychic abilities, but we'll see how this plays out. So I'm going to just kind of start moving him this way with the intention of maybe climbing this ladder. This Flame Brother is really important to get in the middle. He does not have a very long attack, but it's a very good attack. Here's this regular Change Brother. We're gonna move him up this other ladder. Here's a Battle Brother with the intention of going up this ladder. There is that definitely not fake bonsai tree in the corner, and that platform over there, which can make some interesting sniper fire. We do treat them as being on the same level as this, even though they're not that tall, but that's okay. So take another Change Brother. And our Fusion Rifle Brother, even though this is a very strong rifle, it's kind of short range. And that was changed between 2 and 2.5 as well. The Fusion Rifle used to have the range, but they really did buff the Plasma Rifle, so we take what we can get. We will move this Change Brother with the intention of taking the sniper spot we just mentioned. Now it's important to keep our medic towards the center. As mentioned earlier, he provides regeneration only to 12 inches around him. Now keep in mind, we do have this lovely invisible ruler that you'll see me lose 2 or 3 times. It's nice and bendy, which is really nice for getting around this hazardous terrain. But it's going to be very easy to see who's within 12 inches. And that regeneration rule, as far as I play it, we will ignore cover. Oh, lost a tree. Another Change Brother up. One more Battle Brother. We'll have him with the intention of going into that tree. That's going to be so annoying to play that with all the equipment on the other side of this table. Okay. We still haven't even moved up our big Bobby Johnson here. But he's just now getting into the fray of it. Okay, now a fun thing about Mr. Johnny Prime Beef is his bike is faster than walking, if you could possibly believe that. So he is fast, so he can actually deploy all the way out to there. And then we just got the last Change Brother. We'll kind of nestle him right in there. Okay, so that's the end of the end of the activation phase, and that puts us into turn 1. Turn 1 is going to see the Change Brothers going first because they activated first, and that's just the rules of the game. Okay. So let's start moving in. So we can move 6 inches and still fire. I highly doubt we're going to have anybody in range. Actually, we might. So that pretty much would allow us to get to about here with our Change Brother, right up there onto the refinery. Now, we can then see, are we within 24 inches of Mr. Jonathan Prime Beefington over here? And I'm going to say, oh, we are not. We are not. It's about 3 inches off. Okay, well, that's why we measure, right? Printed some smaller activation tokens today. These are, I believe, 70% size standard OnePageRules activation tokens. It's great to use activation tokens, but my terrain's kind of too small most of the time. So these small ones, we're going to see how they work out. I haven't used them yet. Okay, now the Battle Brothers can go here. Sorry, I had a list timeout. So let's get our Flame Brother moving up and do a full 12-inch advance, while still retaining some cover behind this storage facility here next to the toxic waste. This is some cheerful music for the battle now, huh? Okay, well, actually, I think instead of sending this guy up. We're going to have him work towards this objective. So we're actually going to get him in behind here, but still kind of in the windows, so he's going to enjoy some partial cover. See him in there? Okay, so now another battle brother gets to go. Now, we're playing points only based on objectives here, so kills don't matter. So if you don't claim your objective by the end of the turn, shucks. Now, we only really have one character that can claim an objective on this side. With a full 12-inch advance, we cannot get to that. I know the ruler looks like it should, but remember, it's got to bend in. You know, you can't just climb nothing unless you're a jetpack guy. So that pretty much allows a battle brother to get to, say, here and do nothing. But remember, he's not claiming that objective. He's got to be up in that crow's nest. We'll work. We got to work around the map towards that. And maybe the fastest way is to, well, no. The fastest way wouldn't be to come up here because there's actually no ladder system here. So you can't get from this level to here. You would have to go up here. So the fastest way for these guys to get there is straight across. So we're just going to do some 12-inch movements. And then we've got Jimmy Choice Beef here. Jimmy Choice Beef will probably, you know, it's important to get him within 12 inches of people because of his psychic abilities. And you see this log here that's going to cut off an inch of his movement as well. So in reality, he's going to end up right there on the other side of that log. Gotta remember our little guy's in there. Keep the activation token on the outside. Okay, we gotta move our cultists. Our cultists could focus on claiming this objective. It's kind of far away from everything. I mean, you know, it's within 2 feet of that. Or should they just be fodder for feeding in and holding that one? I don't know. Be fun. Either way, I think we're just gonna move them up behind this change brother over here. They do have to hop that branch, so they can't go very far. So we still have Johnny to go. Johnny's gonna claim this objective at the end. Again, there's really no other way for them to get some points here. With that said, the Change Brothers aren't going to be able to get any points. So this is going to be an early lead for the Battle Brothers, which is crucial because I think they are the underpowered army between the two. Okay, so we got to get our fusion guy moving in. Maybe he should focus on getting to the other side of the battlefield, so he can move to about here. Now, the range on our Change Champion is only going to be 12 inches for everything. So, you know, he has to be within 18 inches of somebody to have done anything right now because of a 6-inch movement. So he can't really do anything. So I think what I'm going to do is kind of move him up here and tuck him behind this partial cover next to all these dice here. And then we just have the medic brother to go because we decided to retain our jetpack brother in reserve. Now, remember I said earlier, it's important to keep the medic brother near everybody but alive. So in fact, I'm just gonna tuck him over there with all of his friends. We still have 2 change brothers to go. We're gonna go ahead and move up to about there. Can't do anything. Johnny Prime Beef is not going to be able to attack anybody, I don't think. Actually, he's got 24-inch range and an 8-inch movement. He can go ahead and claim this. Okay, gameplay here. And then this is within... That's within 16. So let's see what Johnny Prime Beef can do in 16 inches. Johnny Prime Beef can fire his twin heavy rifles. Okay, this is 2 attacks, AP 1. He's out of range for his plasma pistol. So 2 attacks, AP 1. Let me double check my abilities over here. Okay, yep. So the Change Brothers all have stealth. Stealth is going to mean that enemies get -1 to hit. So even though Johnny would hit this on a 3 normally, he's going to hit it on a 4. Oh, look at that. 2 4s. Incredible. So, Johnny hits twice. These are both AP 1. Change Brothers save on 3. So, we are attacking this guy. I don't know if I was clear about that. This guy hiding right there. So this is going to save on 4s. Okay, that's a 4 and a 5. We do have saves. But, nice little start to the game there, Johnny. We do have... actually 2 more Change Brothers to go. Okay. What's our range here? Just trying to look if we can hit this. Oh, we can. Yeah. So we're going to go ahead and slide behind this Jersey barrier up here in the corner. And we're going to go ahead and take a Change Brother plasma rifle shot. This is 24 inches, attack 1, AP 4. The AP is going to be huge on this if we land it. So, attack 1. Hits on 3. Oh, we do not land it. We get a 2. Okay, no problem, no problem. One more Change Brother to go. I doubt we'll get a nice clear line of sight there. I think we're just going to have to send him up here. Yeah, I think he can go about there. Okay, at the end of turn 1, let's go ahead and flip on the overhead camera here and talk about where we are. So, I'm kind of in the way. At the end of turn 1, we have... oh, it's mirrored. We have Johnny Prime Beef holding the objective for the irradiated plains. What do you want to call it? The toxic marsh, the spills, the green stuff. He's holding it. We have a big group, a gaggle of Battle Brothers here at the storage container. We have 1 Battle Brother remaining in reserve, hiding back here. Can't really see him. Off the table as he should be. And we have 1 Battle Brother just 1 turn away from taking pipeline, taking refinery 1 objective. We have a Change Brother over here with some cultists. They're working their way across the map. We have a grouping of Change Brothers on the first floor of Refinery 2 over here, starting to get in range. Beginning of this next turn, they'll be able to start attacking Johnny Prime Beef, maybe clear off that objective. We have 1 Change Brother hiding beneath Refinery 2 down there, and he's a psychic. They don't even know about him yet. That's going to be fun. And we have our Change Champion taking cover behind a little bit of grenades, a little bit of 50 BMGs. And that'll be fun too. Oh, and lest we forget our little boy in the tree over there. Because we kind of forgot our little boy in the tree over there. Oh, come on. He is right there. Actually, he didn't even go. Oh, no. Alright, he's not in range of anybody anyway, but he would have been right behind the Jersey barrier. See, it's hard to remember the little guy in the tree. Okay, so end of turn 1, you've got the Battle Brothers 1 and the Change Brothers 0. Okay, back for turn 2 here. This is going to be starting out with the Battle Brothers. And they need to get to this objective and this objective by the end of the turn and continue holding that one. So let's go ahead and swap back to the free cam. And let's decide who's going to get moving. Well, we are officially going to be within range of some of these guys, so it might be a good idea to kind of take our fusion rifle guy up here and see if we can't give a wallop to this change brother around the corner. So, the fusion rifle is going to hit just like normal on the attack portion, but it's going to have a large AP and a really big deadly. So, this is going to hit on 4s due to the stealth ability of the change brother. Oh, that's a 3. That's very sad. Okay, that's a whiff out of the fusion rifle brother. So we're going to take that change brother that he just targeted, move him up behind the Jersey barrier, and we'll return fire. This is just a plasma rifle. It's going to hit on 3s though. Oh, that hits. Plasma rifle is AP 4. This is going to save on 6. Again, we're capping the save. This would normally be 3. AP 4 would be 7, but we can't roll a 7 on a D6. Oh, absolutely whiffed the dice tower there. That's a 4. We are within 12 of our medic, so we'll get to flex the regeneration rule that the Battle Brothers have here. So regeneration is when a model takes a wound and is within 12 inches of a model with regeneration rule. That model is able to try to save that wound on a 5 up. So anything higher than a 5 here. That's a 4. So that's going to be 1 wound on this Battle Brother. Being that he is not tough, we're going to have to roll to check effects. So, with 1 wound, he will die at 6. So 1 plus the result of this die. If it is 6 or higher, he will die. Anything less, he's going to be stunned. And we'll talk about that if that is the effect here. So that's a 4. So he will be stunned here because 1 plus 4 is 5. He will retain the 1 wound though. This was just checking for the effect of that wound. So, being knocked over, stunned, means that if he takes another wound this turn and is not regenerated by his medic, he will die. That will be the end of play for my friend there. And speaking of end of play, that is the end of play for our change brother there. Good show, guy. Good show. Okay. We need to continue moving over here. Do maybe a 12-inch movement around our toxic barrel here. Actually, let's see. That guy's gonna be pretty in the weeds there. So we are within 18. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna move 6. We're gonna call that about 6 inches. Just for the sake of ease, it's gonna be pretty hard to get a model right in there. And that is within 12 to go ahead and hit that change brother up there. So we need a couple more dice. Red ones particularly for our Battle Brothers. This is a heavy flamethrower, so it requires 6 dice throw here. They are going to hit on 4s. We got not a single hit. This stealth rule on the Change Brothers is incredible. It is saving them so much right now. The Battle Brothers have a really good attack hitting on 3s, and I could have given them veteran infantry, which would have made them hit on 2s. But they don't need that against most armies, because in 2.5 the saves kind of went up. They used to save on 2s actually, but yeah, now we just can't hit them. It used to be like they they could save them. Now we just can't hit them. All right, well that is activation for our man there. So we will see. We still can't get to that. Well, we could, but it's exactly 12 inches. We have to mantle a couple obstacles too. Tough terrains in the middle there, like we just don't want to deal with it. So what we'll do instead is kind of skirt around to the outside, and we will be within full range of Mr. Johnny Prime Beef there. We're not really going to count that tree is going to have a problem because Johnny's a big boy. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to try to hit him with our psychic powers. Make sure View Psychic is on. Hey, if OnePageRules people watch this. I don't know if you've made Army Forge or if it's a product that you've worked with here, but the show psychic thing, that should be a default, man. That should save. It is kind of annoying to have to hit that every time. Anyway, so we're going to do our Inferno Psychic spell here. So we're going to target an enemy unit within 12 inches to take 2 automatic hits with AP2. So that will hit, it's a 4+, we're a Psychic 1, which means this is going to hit on a 3+. Whiff. 1. Absolute snake eye. Oh, so sad. Okay, so then we'll use our plasma pistol. This is going to hit on 3s. That hits. Okay. Well, that's going to be AP4, so Johnny saves on a 6. Johnny does not save. Johnny is within 12 of his medic. Go on 5s. No, regen. Johnny takes a tough wound. So, we talked about wounds earlier, and a tough wound is going to be represented by a purple die. So, units that have tough, they have to exceed their tough value before we start checking for wounds. Now, if you think about it, sorry, no, never mind. They also don't get knocked out if they don't exceed their tough value plus d6. So, basically, if Johnny takes 3 wounds, okay, 3 tough wounds, we start rolling for effect. And the only way he gets knocked out immediately is if you roll a 6. So he basically becomes a normal model after that, right? So if he then loses his tough wounds and we switch him to a red die and he takes 1 wound and we roll to check the effect, you know, we get a 5, he's knocked out. But basically this is like having a shield on him. So he's taken 1 tough wound. And he'll chill for a little bit. Okay, that's all our change champion can do. Now let's kind of get the dice out of the way for him here and give him a little activation token. And back onto our boys over here. Boys in blue. I mean, they're both in blue. It's a different blue. It's fine. So I would really like to... I mean, I actually... like knowing both of these lists, and I mean if I wasn't the one playing, you know, I'd still know my opponent's list, right? This is not the most powerful character on the team in terms of points. I mean, he's less powerful. Not really. I mean, he's got tough, you know, and he's got the psychic, but our boy down here, you know, hiding down below, also has psychic and has a much longer range gun. But having tough and also having that sword, you know, is he worth the massive point increase from the other guy? I mean, how much of a point increase is it? It is 5 points. I mean, that Reaper Cannon's pretty expensive, but wow, 5 points. Okay, and then you argue, you know, is the Reaper Cannon really that much better than a regular plasma rifle or the Hex rifle? You know, the Hex rifle, wow, that went up in price in 2.5. Okay, so a Battle Brothers activation. Now, this is turn 1, so you may be wondering why this guy's just chilling over here. He can't actually go until turn 2. I might have said this was turn 2 at the beginning. This is turn 1. No, it's not. What am I talking about? Yeah, he could have gone here. I should have had him go. Shit. Okay, well, we need to activate. And we will maybe think about targeting this guy down here, but he's so hidden we can't really do much about it. So maybe we'll just keep moving forward. Possibly try to wreck those cultists over there, or maybe this boy getting a little close. Yeah, that might be fun. So let's do a 6-inch captain movement to the center over there and take aim at that change brother. So this Jimmy Choice Beef is going to hit him with a heavy rifle first. So this is going to hit on 4s thanks to that stealth rule, my man. That's a 4, let's go. Okay, AP1, so this is going to save on 4. 2, no regen. Roll to check effect, so that's 1 wound. 2, okay, he's just knocked with 1 wound. I gotta be careful laying these guys on their sides. They're actually just recently based. Their glue kind of just falls off. Okay, so Jimmy Choice Beef is now gonna hit him with the plasma rifle. Let's just go ahead and get him out of here. Sorry, plasma mod. So this is gonna be hitting on 4. Oh, that's a whiff. Okay, well, Jimmy did that. That's cool. Well, we could psychic them, man. Can we see? Can we see those guys back there? We can, but they're outside of 12 inches. Okay, well, let's psychic him. So you have to come over here and hit view psychic again. Scroll down. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and do the psychic terror. This is incredibly similar to the Inferno we just cast from the Change Brothers side. So 3+. Yep, that hits. So 2 automatic hits with AP2. So we're gonna try to save 2 on 5s. We saved 1. We didn't save the other one. That is going to be 1 Change Brother hitting the road. Goodbye, my friend. He's just gonna go over here and chill. And let's collect his dice and activation marker. Alright, good show, good show. Shows what a properly upgraded unit can do. I mean, that's a 110-point unit right there. So let's get another move in here. I really want to get this guy out from under here, mainly because I think I'm gonna forget about him. Like, that's kind of one of the problems with this terrain. You know, I can't really see him. So let's see if we can just edge him out with the ruler there. Oh, that was a great idea. Okay. So we're gonna count that as his little 6-inch movement, and let's see who we're within range of. Okay, we're within 12 of Johnny Prime Beef. So we're gonna go ahead and try to use the psychic on him, with the intention of using our actual gun on this other guy after. Even though this gun has multiple, you know, it fires multiple times, due to the rules of split fire, you can only split fire with different weapons. So we're gonna go ahead and do our psychic. He's gonna have the same spells as his brother over here, so this is gonna be on a 3. Oh, that hits. Let's go. So saves on 5, Johnny. Oh, saves both. Good, Johnny. Good, good. Okay, well, was expecting to be able to deal with both of them, but now we just gotta shoot at Johnny. So the Reaper Cannon has 4 attacks. We're gonna hit on 3s. We hit all of them and they're all AP1. So Johnny's got to save 4 on 4s. Okay, Johnny saved 2. He's within range of regen. Regen's on 5. Regen's 1. Johnny takes 1 wound to tough. Not bad. Okay, another Battle Brother turn here. We really can't forget about our guy back here, but people aren't really getting in range of him. Might be wise to start moving him up. You know, he's really not gonna have much of a show back there. So let's just, you know, do what appears to be some sort of 12-inch movement up to here with the intention of going up that ladder next turn. That'll be cool. Okay. We can't forget about our whole squad of dudes right here. So I think what we'll do is we'll count this as a 6-inch movement, climbing up this ladder right here. And we are within 12 of that man down there. So, hitting on 3. This is the psychic. Whiff. Okay, we're going to Johnny on the 4 attack. Reaper Cannon on 3s. Oh, bad rolls. We hit 1. It's AP1. Johnny saves on a 4. Johnny doesn't save. Regen on 5. Johnny doesn't regen. Johnny has met his tough value. So there's Johnny at 3. Really do apologize if the camera is just the worst while I'm rolling die. I can't see it. Need to get a dice cam. Okay, well. Good work over here. If they can clear him off that objective by the end of the turn, it's almost like they took it. So, speaking of taking it, we're gonna hop our guy up here. That's just a regular plasma rifle, brother. He's gonna go ahead and take a shot at this guy over here. So, plasma rifle, brother, now claiming the objective on Refinery 1. Gonna take a shot at the Change Champion. So, hitting on 4. Man, that stealth rule. Whiff. Incredible marksmanship, brother. Okay. This Change brother needs to take this ladder. So how tall? Okay, yeah, he can make that. There actually is a ladder right there, and he's close enough to be able to mantle that ladder and climb up here on a 12-inch movement. He's not going to be able to do anything when he's up there, but he is now claiming the objective, which is very important because they have no points. Okay, Battle Brothers have 2 left to activate. That's going to be Johnny and the medic. Johnny needs to do something, maybe hide, but he's really the only chance at holding that objective still, and it's worth it for the points halfway through this game. So I think he will just stay where he is. Bold little guy. So Johnny Prime Beef, 2 attacks on 2. We're going to go ahead and hit the big man over here. Hitting on 4s. 3 and a 2. Okay, Plasma Pistol, hitting on 4. Hits that, okay. Alright, saves on 6. No save. 1 wound to tough. Oop. Deforesting. So we still have 2 Change Brothers and a set of cultists to go. I think it'll be fun to see what the cultists can do. Let's move them in to about there. And let's shoot at that downed brother. So the cultists do have 2 different types of guns, which is neat because they can actually target 2 different people. So we're going to have the rifles hitting on 5s. Shoot at the down guy. Oh, no way, they both hit. Oh, no. Saves on 3s. Oh, neither one saves. Tries to regen both. Dice down. 2 dice down. Wow. Doesn't regen either one. My man. We've lost the fusion rifler. Well, okay. Cultist just like, wow. That was unexpected. Alright. Shred rifle hitting on 5 onto the captain. Whiff. Okay, see, that's more like what we expected. So I'm gonna have the medic move up in front of the captain, really just so he can make sure he spreads himself out a little better, and shoot at the cultist. The medic brother is got a plasma rifle, hitting on. Don't tell me those guys have stealth too. They do. Hitting on 4s. Whiff. Jeez. Should just have an army of cultists, man. Okay. Couple more Change Brothers to go here. So I'd like to see this Change Brother start making some moves. Hop him down right there next to his friend. Do a plasma rifle shot at Jonathan Prime Beefington. Hitting on 3. Hits. Johnny saves on 6. Whiff. Johnny does not save. Regen on... Is he within regen now? He is. Regen on 5. No regen. Johnny officially has 1 real wound and starts checking for effects now. Okay, he's not dead, but he is stunned. It's hard to represent Johnny as stunned just because he's really big. We'll do what we can do. Okay, so here's the thing about a hero unit. Or let me double check that it's not just the tough. Yeah. So it's actually just a tough rule. So it still applies to Johnny. So if he were to take another wound right now, he wouldn't actually die from it. He would just take another wound. So it is only when rolling they can die. Okay, so Battle Brothers can't activate again, and we still have one Change Brother to go, don't we? Don't we? Yeah, we still have that one. Well, that Change Brother can no longer see the captain, but he can see that medic. Oh boy, yes he can. So, hitting on 3. Absolute whiff. Great job. Okay, let's take a peek at the overhead camera, talk about the end of turn 2 here. So in turn 2, we saw casualties on both sides. Some tough wounds onto Jonathan Prime Beef, some heavy ones. I mean, he's taken 4 wounds already. That's pretty incredible. We saw 1 wound onto the Sorcerer over here. That's pretty fun. We saw a Change Brother get knocked out. We saw a Fusion Rifle Battle Brother get knocked out. We've seen the Battle Brothers, they're doing okay. We saw the Cultists just... Come on, man. Like, what do they do? They're actually hitting something. I mean, they hit on 5s. What is that? So, yeah, the terrain's playing an interesting role here, keeping us away from objectives. You know, the Change Brothers and the Battle Brothers are having a really hard time crossing the field. You know, because they really want to stay aggressive, they want to stay shooting, and it might just be in the better interest to do a full 12-inch movement and just get there and challenge that objective to stop the points from happening. So at the end of turn 1, we saw 1 point to the Battle Brothers from Jonathan Prime Beef over here, holding the Toxic Waste objective. Now here at the end of turn 2, what we're going to see is 2 points for the Battle Brothers, because you've got this faithful plasma rifle wielding Battle Brother at the top of Refinery 1. You've got Johnny Prime Beef over here, having been stunned, but he is now able to rise again. Still wounded, but one's tough. Then, on the Change Brothers side, Change Disciples, you have this plasma rifle wielding Change Brother atop Refinery 2, holding that down. While we do have them starting to start their escapade across the field. We did see the brother having made the most progress get gunned down along the way, which was necessary. Very necessary for the Battle Brothers. Really got a late start off with the Battle Brother in the tree, and this Change Brother hiding out in the back. We'll see if they can even get in the game. So that makes it, at the end of turn 2, 2 points for the Battle Brothers, 3 points for the Battle Brothers, and 1 point for the Change Brothers. Puts the Battle Brothers in the lead by 2. And at the beginning of turn 3, we're going to see the Assault Brother come in. And that could be fun. So, be back for that. Okay, back for turn 3 here. Turn 3 is gonna see the Change Brothers going first, as they went first turn. So, they are down, as we just discussed, 3-1. So everybody but this man needs to go forward. Also, not a bad idea to keep a little entourage, a little retinue around, you know, keep him safe. You know, we could actually just use this guy having not advanced to do that. It could be fun to make use of this catwalk here with this other gentleman near him. But with that said, we need to start moving forward. So, we don't have really anybody with a good melee on this team, with the exception of our man right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to bank on the fact that Johnny is low on wounds, and we still have a few left in our tough. And, oh, what am I doing? I forgot that before we move, before we attack, supposedly, we can do the Psychic. I would love for somebody to correct me on that, because I had been playing that differently before. So, we will go ahead and use our Psychic spell of Inferno hitting on a 3+ onto Jonathan Prime Beefington. And we fumbled the bag already. Okay, 3+. That's a 3. Okay, Johnny saves on 5s. Johnny saves neither is within 12 5s. Neither. Johnny has 3 wounds. And we will check his effect. Oh, he's just knocked. Okay, well. That's all fine and dandy because now we're going to move forward and melee him. So, we have Energy Sword, 2 attack, hitting on 3s. Hits 1. This is AP 1. So Johnny saves on a 4. Johnny saves it. Well, I'm not sure if Johnny is supposed to be able to melee back here. I always have played that he can if he's still alive. So, we'll let him do it. So Johnny has an energy hammer, 1 attack, so he's going to hit on a 3. Why is it a 3 instead of a 4 and everything else has been hitting on a 4? That's because we're not shooting anymore. The stealth doesn't matter. So, we hit that, and it is blast 3. So, that is 3 hits. We got to save all of them. Saves on 3s. Oh, we saved all but 1. We have no regen on this side. We've taken 1 tough wound. And we are forced to move back slightly. But we'll kind of game the system there and just move around the objective. So at least now we're contesting it. And if we can get Johnny out of there by the end of the turn, beautiful. We have some points. And with that, it is time for the Battle Brothers to go. They have to deploy this man. So he has to be 9 inches from every enemy combatant. I think this is fair right back here. So, he has a jetpack, which means with his 12-inch movement, he can just come right up here, my man. Yep. Party and Refinery 2 here. Okay, well, the Jetpack Brothers got a nice big punch. A nice big energy fist. So it's going to be 2 attacks hitting on 3s. He's going to hit 1. And that's going to be AP 4. Save on a 6. Doesn't save it. That is 1 wound. Roll to check effects. Okay, he is knocked. We're going to have a really hard time showing that up there. But he'll hit back. Just a simple CCW back. 1 attack on 3. And he whiffs it anyway. So, yeah. We can't really show that he's knocked. We'll just try not to play him. Contesting that objective now. So we need to blast that man. So let's kind of hop up here a little bit. And actually, we might blast that man with this guy. Let's check the range on our lower men because we're going to have to do some damage to the guy up here as well. They are all within range. So we'll go ahead and do a psychic hit onto this guy. And this is going to hit on a 3 per usual. That's a nice big hit. This is going to be saves on 5s. Saves 1. There's no regeneration around. Checks effect. He is dead. And now we can properly show the woundage on our man up here. Well, that was fun, Jetpack Brother. That was fun. Okay, so we've done our psychic hit. We need to do a little more. Let's go ahead and use our Reaper rifle onto Jonathan Prime Beef. Well, I messed that up. Yeah, I'm still getting used to the Army 4 drop. Okay, so the Reaper Cannon, used it a few times now, and we need another blue die. Got it? Okay. So we're gonna hit on 3s onto Johnny. We hit 3 of them. They are all AP1. Johnny saves on 4s. Johnny saves none of them. Goes for regen. Johnny regens 1, takes 2 wounds. That's 5 wounds. We need to check the rules on tough. Oh, yeah, no, he's dead. He's dead now. He had already exceeded his tough wounds, so when he takes a wound while he's knocked, he dies. So, Johnny Prime Beef, it was real. Yeah, see, we're starting to see some of the bigger guns come out here, on the side of the Change Brothers. Okay, so we've had 2 activations. It's time for Battle Brothers to go again. We've got a nice 12-inch movement to get Capitan Jimmy Choice Beef in to challenge this. Okay, Jimmy, what you got? Jimmy's got a Energy Hammer, 1 attack. Also, he's Psychic. Let's Psychic the guy first. Now, keep in mind, he's already Psychicked. So, no blocking. No blocks. So, hit on a 3. Whiff. Okay, Energy Hammer. Hit on a 3. We hit that. Okay, Blast 3. We save on 3s. We save all but 1. No regeneration. We are at our tough value of wounds. We get to melee back, though. And we have an Energy Hammer, or an Energy Sword, I believe, actually. Yes, but we've already used it. Okay, so that means we're going to hit on 6s. It's rending, though. Okay, no hits, no hits. So, Jimmy's got to move back. Jimmy's just going to hop to the other side, just about where Johnny was. Continue to contest that objective. Okay, good, though, good. Because he's like 1 shot from being knocked out, and we can probably manage that by the end of the game, or the end of this turn. So, we need to start dealing with him, while also making our way around the battlefield. So we need to do about 6-inch movement here, get around the edge of that barbed wire. It's a really large strip of barbed wire, isn't it? By the way, I should have mentioned this terrain, the scenery, this set of refinery, this toxic area with the storage and the spills, and the barbed wire are from War World Scenics in the EU, England, I believe. UK. I don't actually know if it's England. It's UK. They're great to deal with. I bought lots of stuff from them, and I'm just getting around to painting the resin stuff, so I had to paint up these. But these laser cut MDF types can be purchased pre-painted. This is actually a great deal in the world of pre-painted terrain. Some of this other stuff I've printed myself, such as this power plant down here, this set of storage crates, boxes, these barrels over here, this riser back here, and the stairs associated with it, this dice tower. And that is just a fake bonsai tree back there. And a couple trees littered around here. The mats are from FLG Mats, Frontline Gaming. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. I've played on some Games Workshop fold-up mats as well. Those... They're pretty good too. I don't like the fact that you gotta fold them up. I'm super bad at folding up game mats. This is pretty easy to roll up, but they're comparable in price. This is a 44 by 30 that we're playing on here. I do like all the options you can get from Frontline Gaming. Came with a nice case too, so that was neat. Anyway, so we've moved up, and we're gonna go ahead and do our psychic shot. So this is gonna be on a 3. We whiff it, so we'll go ahead and do our Reaper Cannon, hitting on 3s. We hit All but one. We hit 3 of them. To be clear, we were shooting at Jimmy Choice Beef there. So 3 saves, 1 AP, so on force. Okay. We save 1, so we go for regen on 2. We regen 1. Okay, that is 1 tough wound on our friend there. Flip our purple die around the 1. Drop it nice and easy there. Okay, so that is the end of this Change Brothers activation. And we get to see a Battle Brother get into action here. I'd really love to see this Battle Brother get to do anything. It's gonna be rough. I had the intention of bringing him up here. I guess we'll do that, and we'll kind of count it as a 6-inch movement because I feel bad for him. And we'll give him, yeah, he's got nice range on there. Could actually end up taking down the, taking down our champion, our sorcerer there. So we'll give that a shot. So, hitting on 4s, plasma rifle. That's a whiff. Okay, so we have the cultists can go ahead here. Let's move them in. Let's move them in just a little bit. So they're unfortunately right behind that bridge, so very hard to see here. But we're just gonna kind of slide them up in front of that Jersey barrier. Call that a 6-inch movement. There they are. And we will take aim at our medic brother. So if you recall, we have 2 attacks on 5s. These are just our rifles. Okay, we whiffed both those. We have 1 shred rifle, 3 attacks. Oh, did I not do this properly earlier? Yeah, I don't think I did. 3 attacks, hitting on 5s with rending. Oh, we got 2 rendings. Okay, so rending means that both of these have to save on 6, and they have no opportunity for regen. Doubles, just snake eyes. So that's 2 wounds, no regen, rolls to check effects. Ooh, very lucky, very lucky. Okay, these cultists, I like them. I like them. I was nervous to paint them, honestly. Should have been a lot more nervous to paint these Change Brothers. These Egyptian themed, all is dust kind of guys. Zinch, you know, they're hard. they're annoying. You know, I'm not a fantastic painter, as evidenced by some of these early Battle Brothers here. But I'll tell you what, these guys are just annoying. All that gold. Anyway. Well, that's a big move from the cultists. Let's go. So, we get another Battle Brothers turn here. We're just going to go ahead and slide this guy, our flamethrower brother, up against the wall here with the intention of going up following this turn. And we will have him use his 6 flamethrower shots on that man. All hitting on 4s because of stealth. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. That's great. 5 hits. Okay, so great. We need another die. Only got 4. Okay, here's 5 die, saving on 4s. We have 1, 2, 3 saves, 2 hits. That's going to be 5 total wounds. We'll start representing that utilizing a red die, knowing that he is no longer tough, and we'll start rolling to check effect. That's going to be 5, so he is knocked. Oh, look at him. Oh, look at him all knocked over there. Wow. Okay, great job on the flamethrower there. Because we may be able to get 1 shot off onto him, knock him out, retain our points this round. With that said, we still have this Change Brother to go, and this Change Brother to go. So that Change Brother, he's just gonna kind of try to knock out that medic really quick. That way, this Change Brother can focus on dealing with that, because he's not gonna be able to kill Johnny, or Jimmy, excuse me. So we will take our 1 shot on 3. We will hit it. Now this is not rending the plasma rifle. Let me double check that. Yeah, plasma rifle's not rending, but it's gonna be a save on a 6. That's 6. Wow. I mean, he really shouldn't be able to save it. It's AP4 on a save of 3, but again, I'd be mad if it happened to me. I mean, I am both of them, so I'd be mad. I'd be mad if I didn't have a chance to regen, or didn't have a chance to save it. Okay, so that kind of gives me the option on the Change Brothers side to try to knock out the medic, which is probably a really good idea, or to try to take the point away this turn. Knocking out the medic is going to be more of a surefire thing, because if I get 1 wound onto him, he's dead. Whereas if I get 1 wound onto this guy, he might not only stay on, but the regen effect stays on. So he still gets to go. He's going to try to knock out this guy. Remember, he's stunned at the beginning, so if he takes 1 wound, he's gone. He's bye-bye. Betty bye. So on 4. Oh, he hits it. Save on a 6. No save. He's gone. Come on. Get out of there. Eh. So, good shot, good shot. Denying a point, Battle Brothers. So now, with that, we're not scoring a point as the Change Brothers this turn anymore. So we really have to deny this up here if we want to stay in the game. So we have to shoot at him. So, hitting on a 3. We hit it. Save on a 6. No save. Regen on a 5. No regen. That's 1 wound. Rolls a check effect. That's just knock. That's very unfortunate. So he is going to survive the round. Okay, yeah, the rounds go a little quicker as we get a little farther through the game. So let's flip on the overhead and talk about turn 3. So turn 3 saw a lot of Battle Brother casualties, but we did see, them retain the lead here, which is really important. Going to the last turn here, they could end up winning, even though it appears they've been taking lots of heavy hits. Gathering up all these activation tokens. So, state of play as we have it. There is just no way for the Change Brothers to make it to Refinery 1. There's absolutely no way. They've been way too focused on getting this objective here. Now, this objective is a little farther to the Battle Brothers side, we'll admit it. But the real characters without fast got there at the same time. We didn't see any movement out of this Battle Brother, or this Change Brother over here in the corner. However, he's been picking people off. He's been doing okay. So coming into this last turn, what we're gonna see is, assuming this Flamer Brother exists for much longer, we're gonna see him amble up, and he's not gonna be able to claim that objective up there. But when and if this Change Brother makes his way over there, he'll be able to try to stop that point again. We're definitely going to see this captain take some hits. Jimmy Choice Beef there. He's got way too many people interested in that territory. And like I said, there's just no way for the Change Brothers to make it here. So even if they get the 2 points here, coming to the end of this turn, they cannot possibly win the game. We'll play it out, for the sake of content. But we'll be back for turn 4. Okay, back for turn 4. So, last turn of the game. The score is currently 4-1, Battle Brothers to the Change Disciple Havoc Brothers. So, gonna be literally impossible for the Change Brothers to win. But it'll still be fun. So, back in the overhead view here. It is going to be the Battle Brothers' turn, and it is in their best interest to make it yonder. So, back into the free cam mode here. If you've been wondering what's hanging around my neck, that's the free cam there. Just got a piece of cloth holding it up. Anyway, so we're going to go ahead and Unfortunately, he's going to go first. That's... it is what it is. So, he's going to jump himself up there in a 6-inch movement. Turn and face our change brother right up there. And unleash that heavy flamethrower. We need more die. We had some battle brothers take some wounds last turn. So, 6 die. Hitting on 4s. 1, 2, 3, 4. These are AP 1, they save on 4s. 4 on 4s. 1, 2, 3. That's 1 wound, no regeneration. Check effects. So, represent R1. Roll check effect. That's a 5. My man. My man. You're out of here from the flames. Good move from the Battle Brothers. Good move. That stops one of the only possible ways that the Change Brothers can even get a point. This is their only other avenue. And we're about to see what happens. The first thing we're going to do is get this guy. Let's see if we've got a 6-inch movement to get him there. We do. Ability to go around that toxic. And we're just going to pretend that he's not like literally right on Jimmy Choice Beef there. And that way we can continue to use our psychic powers. So on a 3. Hits it. Saves on 5s. That's 1 save. Still has the medic. Did not die last turn. Alright, regens that one. So now we need to see that Reaper Cannon go off here. Hitting on 3s. Hits 2. This is AP 1. Jimmy's gonna save on 4s. Saves 1, goes for regen on the other. Gets it. That is nothing done there, brother. Okay, well, Jimmy's in danger. So Jimmy needs to do some psychic. Jimmy's gonna do some psychic onto the champion there, though. Jimmy got it. Alright, 2 on 5. Didn't save either one. No regens. That is 4 total non-tough wounds. Rolls check effect. That's a 2. My man. You are out of here. Good psychic move. Okay, that guy's already activated. Is it better to rub salt in the wound and kill him and take the point? Or is it better to try to kill this change brother over here and deny losing the point? I mean, either way, this change brother can get in there. But it'd be a really bad idea to go in there and melee him. I have 2 different guns, don't I, on Jimmy Choice Beef? I do. Let's go ahead and hit the long guy with the heavy rifle, see what we can do. 1 attack, hitting on 4. Alright, that's a hit. AP 1, saves on 4. Does not save, that's 1 wound. Roll to check effect. Oh, he's dead. Wow, I'm glad we did that. Okay, well now we can use our fusion rifle attachment. Sorry, our plasma mod on the close guy. Yeah, we'll do that. I'm not that worried about those cultists over there. So, this is going to be on 4. Alright, we do miss that. But that's okay, because he's already activated. Alright, Change Brothers' turn, and there are only 2 units remaining. This is not a good look. I mean, there's no possible way for them to get a point. Unless somehow these cultists... Yeah, I mean, okay, we'll try it. The cultists are gonna come right over here. Sorry, you're just looking down. Right over there. And they're gonna target Jimmy. So we got our 2 regular rifles. On 5s. Oh, we're gonna hit both of those. Nice. No AP, saves on 3s. Saves both. Alright, then we got our shred rifle on 5s. Alright, we hit one of those. Now this does have AP, pretty sure. Let's check that. No, just rendering. Hits 1, saves on 3. Saves. Okay, they did nothing. Except look pretty cool down there. Kind of shows you the scale of these other guys when you see them. Okay, well, let's start picking them off. It'll be fun to see, you know, what these multi-unit units do. Multi-model units do when they're under attack. So we will move this guy forward. And we will have him fire his plasma rifle at them. They are stealth, hits on a 4. Does not hit. Okay, we get to use our last change brother now. He can't do anything helpful. Except for maybe kill that medic. But there's not really a point to that except for, like, you know, he didn't like that medic. On a 3. You know, we'll count that. That's a 5. It rolled outside the dice tower, but we'll count it. Saves on a 6. Does not save. Regen. Does not regen. My man is on 3 wounds. Rolls check effect. My man is dead. There we go. You remember that spree that the Change Brothers went on and the game was looking really good for them? I remember that. I mean, there's one model left to activate. Okay, so that's him. Let's take a shot. Let's deny the point. Let's just make it easy. Let's shoot right down there. So, on a 4. Get in the dice tower. Alright, we got that 4. Save on a 6. Does not save. That's 1 wound. Give me that 5. Oh, that's a 2. He's stunned. But that's going to be game. That's going to be game there. So, flip to the overhead camera and let's see exactly what went down here. So, we saw the Change Brothers really never make it past this area here. And, you know, it's not like they're slow or anything. I think the approach just wasn't there. I think the list is good. I just think I played it rough. You know, maybe the objective is a little too far this way. It is like 3 inches too far this way, and I didn't really notice till about halfway through the game, which is pretty rough. The other terrain is interestingly placed. It does block off a lot of their movement. They do kind of all end up here. You know, just for the ease of me finding them because I can't see them under the refinery. But the Battle Brothers surprised me here. I was not expecting this out of the gate. I thought they would have a problem dealing with the Psychic on the other team, the Stealth I was complaining about throughout most of the game. So pretty surprised they held their own here. Interesting that Jimmy Choice Beef really showed off there at the end. I mean, wow. He shut it down. So we saw 4 total casualties on the side of the Battle Brothers. One of those being Johnny. Johnny was out there just being a tank, and that was really nice. I mean, he just sat there, took wounds, and you know, gained the point early and got the lead. Really gave the Battle Brothers some hope. We saw the medic coming in clutch, keeping everybody alive throughout the game with that regen on 5. We saw this be a fun surprise attack. You know, get in there, be a distraction, make the Change Brothers deal their, you know, damage towards him instead of trying to make their way up the field. The fusion rifle didn't really do much except for the same objective the Jetpack Brother did. Just kind of a distraction while the Battle Brothers got in and set up. Was really surprised by the cultists. I thought they were a fun little addition. Their rifles are pretty fun. Pretty quick to paint, cheap set too. If you wanted to play Games Workshop miniatures for that, I'm sure there's lots of great STLs out there. The rest of these are printed. They're from great makers out there. sure you could find them if you looked. Saw the Reaper rifles, Reaper cannons on the side of the Change Brothers. Those were pretty effective. The psychic powers were definitely effective. Their stealth ability is crazy, especially on the cultists. I mean, you can't hit the cultists either. Like, and they're so cheap. So these guys are about 25 points, whereas one of these guys is like 40. And, you know, was it worth it? How many more attacks you get? I mean, these guys weren't necessarily hitting every attack either. I wonder if I am doing the AP4 thing wrong. I wonder if that's just an automatic hit. And, you know, if that's true, then this game's really different. We would have seen, you know, several things, I think, go the way of the Change Brothers that way. But there's plasma rifles on the other side too. I'm not necessarily a fan of the original assault rifle in the game. Even though most of these models have original assault rifles. This was the first game we played on this new terrain, though. I think it was fun. I think it's more interesting than the previous terrain. It definitely looks better. But good game. First game in 2.5 as well. Excited to play some more, especially with my other lists. Alright, thanks for watching.